ready as I'll ever be. La 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 la. That was wank. Do that again. Now bring it in here.
I'm pretty taken with
that. A Craving for Crazy Paving, Led Zeppelin 5, Use Your Illusion 3, Chinese Democracy, You Snooze, You Lose, American Democracy, I don't know. ZZ Top's second album is called The First Album by ZZ Top, which I quite like. I don't know what we're fucking calling this album. You know, I remember for Poetry of the Deed, it was definitely kind of Levelling the Land by the Levellers and Born to Run by Springsteen. And then, you know, for Love Iron Song, I guess I was thinking about stuff like Ryan Adams' Heartbreaker and Neil Young's Harvest. This time around, I don't have nearly so much reference to other people in how I'm thinking about the new stuff, which is kind of exciting in a way, because it means one of two things. It either means I've disappeared up my own arse, or it means that I've finally kind of started making a record that's going to sound like me. There's some character stuff on it. I've always written very kind of confessionally in first person, and there's a couple of songs which are definitely kind of character songs, which is a new thing for me. There's a lot of stuff about Englishness as well, I think, which is good. The question of English national identity, or English national identity and English culture and English history is something I'm very interested in, and I think that it's something that we could hopefully reclaim from idiots who are usually associated with the St George flag. So maybe I'll just put a big one of them on the front cover. Sound English, like a Hovis advert. My friends are all twats. I just posted something about like lyrics and trying to check that lyrics were good on my Facebook, and Adam Boucher came back and he said, I can see the reviews now. Frank Turner is treading water in a sea of retarded sexuality and bad poetry. Motherfucker. It's week 2 in the studio, and we have made faster progress than we thought we were going to. We did all of the drums and bass and electric guitar and piano and even acoustic guitar in week 1 in 5 days, which was faster than anticipated. And then this is day 2, week 2. Yesterday did 6 vocals in one day, which was pretty nuts. And now we've just done 2 more today, and we're going to do some hand claps in a moment, which is going to be fun. New song for the album.
I haven't finished.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. So we did a thing where I put out on Twitter for people to send in questions to ask about the album, and many people responded, and I've picked ones that I liked, so clearly avoiding all the difficult questions, and now I'm going to answer them. Amber Foundation asked what theme or thread ran through the album, what's the kind of tone of it versus the other records. Good question. I think that Sleepers for the Week and Love Iron Song were both quite kind of downbeat records tonally, and I thought the Poetry of the Deed was quite upbeat, and I think this one's a little more reflective. And in terms of themes, I seem to be kind of bothered about mortality and faith at the moment. I'm not really sure why, but I'm able to kind of detect what it is I'm bothered about by reading through sets of lyrics after I finish writing them. I kind of can pick it up that way. So yeah, there's a lot of things about making your mark in the world and remembrance after you're gone and all that kind of thing. The real Sean Jackson asked what influences I have on this record.
I don't really know. I've been listening to a lot of a band called Dr. Dog recently, and they're phenomenally good. And apparently everyone in America knows who they are, but I didn't know who they were until recently. But they're great. Also, an album called "It's All Crazy, It's All False, It's All a Dream, It's All Right" by a band called Me Without You, which has blown my mind away. But then on top of that, a lot of early Bob Dylan and quite a lot of kind of later period Nick Cave as well, kind of Abattoir Blues era Nick Cave. Tim Barry as well. I've been listening to a lot of Tim Barry records. I mean, Tim's a friend, but particularly Manchester. I think that album is off the scale good, and I find it very inspiring. So something along those lines, and then of course the usual sort of Neil Young, Bruce Springsteen sort of axis of power as well. So stuff. Oh no, have we stopped filming? Are you going right in?
Oh, that's unpleasant.
ATP Music on Twitter, who I have to confess is someone I know, but Dan ATP asked, your third album achieved many things. What hopes have you got to achieve with album 4? And to be honest, fuck knows. What I hope to achieve is to make the best album I can make right now, and even more ambitiously than that, to make the best album I've made ever. In terms of what it does after that point in time, who knows? You know, hopefully it'll sell a gazillion billion copies and I'll be headlining Wembley Stadium. But I'm taking the piss. I mean, essentially, I just want it to be as good as I can make it, and I hope that people like it, and I hope that I get to continue doing what I do for a while longer, because I really enjoy my job. So that's a boring answer, but it's true.
So fucking excited about Frank's new album. It's gonna be amazing.
And then finally, Laura JS asked me what my favourite one-line lyric from the album was, which is a really good question, because sometimes people ask me what my favourite lyric is, and for a while now the answer to that question, it always changes, but it's been all stuff off the new record, because I'm really pleased with how the new records come together. Picking one is very hard, because I like lots and lots of different bits. There's a line in one song which is, each can be redeemed by the courage with which he confesses, which is, I think it sounds nice, and it fits nicely into the song, but also it's one of those lines that I slightly wince when thinking about it, and that to me means that it's striking a nerve, which is good, because that's the point of all of this, is exposing something honest and true, regardless of whether it's comfortable or not. And yeah, it's in a song called Redemption, which is a song I like very much, but which is quite hard to sing, because it's a song about my failings and what an arsehole I can be.
We do, Frank?
Writing out lyrics to the shouty bit so that the shouters can shout them in the shouty bit.
If ever I stray from the path I follow, take me down to the English Channel, throw me in where the water is shallow, and drag me on back to 1, 2, 3, 4! Lovely.
So we've got an album title. Today's the second last day of recording. And second last day of recording, we've got one more day when we're going to do brass. And then we finally got an album title, courtesy of one Mr. Ben Morse. Yeah, there's a quote from Shakespeare play, which is "Heaven take thy soul and England keep my bones." So I think we're going to call the album "England Keep My Bones."
Oh dear.